Hey, Ryan here, and in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to be discussing the difference in Go High Level, the difference between custom fields on a contact and custom fields on an opportunity. Now, traditionally, High Level has always operated in contacts as the primary object, and opportunities is almost like a secondary object that plays a role but isn't when we think about a CRM being contact relationship management, it doesn't sort of have a key role in managing information related to contacts. Of course, the contact object plays that role. So let's dive into the screen share and let's unpack this a little bit further. If you don't know what I'm talking about, of course, go and get an extended 30-day trial. Currently, they've got some workshops running as well, so jump on that link and grab a trial. Now, when we think about an object, you literally can sort of, break this down to an object has properties. So if the primary object is a contact, you can think of the contact as having different properties. So a contact is a human has arms, they have legs. What color is their hair? What color are their eyes, right? So they are properties that have different values. So a contact might have an eye property, and the value of that property is the color. So eye color being multiple different values, blue, brown, hazel, etc. Now, those properties belong against the person, object, and in this case, the contact. You can organize those properties into different folders. So when we see them on the user interface, we see them against the object in a nice organized way. So here we have general info, additional info, and then we start to get into the custom folders. And that's where we might want to group different properties into kind of a collection of things that are similar. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm a hairdresser. If I'm a hairdresser, then I probably am interested in the color of the hair. And let's just say I'm interested in the treatment and the age of the person, right? Now, two of those things are kind of samey, and the age of the person, isn't really relevant to their hair. So the age of the person, we probably want to have just as a general sort of contact field, but then we're going to have down here parameters around their hair. So we would go to settings and you'd go to custom fields. And of course, then what you would do is you would build a custom field and then you would pick the types of custom fields that you want. So we know that hair color has essentially kind of like a finite list of possible colors that we want to track, right? So you probably wouldn't want them to define every single color under the rainbow, right? You're only interested in if they're blonde, or even like light or dark, right? So blonde, brown, red. Of course, if you're a hairdresser, you're probably watching this and going like, there's way more colors than that. That's also fine. But when there is a finite amount of values or properties, values for those properties, then that's when you might want to do what we call normalization. And that's when you want to give the values that it can be already in a drop-down list. And so that's when we would pick, say, it can be the color of the hair is brown, but it can't be brown and red. Like someone can't have brown hair and red hair. So it's only a single. If you could have brown hair and red hair, it could be that it's multiple. And this would be, say, like if I was, talking about the treatments that they were interested in, I've got a finite amount of treatments, but they can be interested in more than one treatment. So I would have interested in a list of treatments, and then I would have blow dry under one of them, color under another, but I was able to select more than one. And that's what we call a one-to-many relationship when we do data normalization. So let's just do a single thing, and we're going to associate it with the contact. Now, we're not going to associate it with the opportunity. Why? Because this property and this value belongs to that person, and it doesn't change ever. Like, from as far as I'm concerned, their age isn't going to change. They're going to have the same date of birth forever. They're not going to all of a sudden change their date of birth. However, they could come in to my business and have a different treatment, and that treatment could be worth a different amount of money. And of course, that then becomes the transaction or the commercial transaction that happens between me and the customer. When that commercial transaction takes place, we're referring to the contact having an opportunity. The opportunity is the temporary information and the temporary values, like how much they paid and like what the treatment was. And so that has a short life, whereas the contact essentially has a permanent life. So we're going to do the contact here, and we're going to call this hair color. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in parameters, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the options. So we're going to say we've got blonde, we've also got brown, and we've also got red. And then we get a nice little preview of what that looks like. So here we go, we can create that custom field. Now, of course, might not want to put it in the parameters folder, so I'm going to do a nice thing called hair, info, and then I'm going to go back to the one I just created. And of course, I'm using Australian spelling on the color there, so sorry, American friends. And instead of it being in the parameters folder, I want to move it to the hair info folder. Let me just do one more field, which is the multiple, and I'm going to put it in the contact, and we're going to say treatments interested in, right? Because maybe they fill out like a survey or something when they come into the store, or maybe when they booked online. So we're going to do a color, and let me just make it American spelling here. We're going to do color, we're going to do blow dry, and we're going to do curls. Now, I'm not a hairdresser, so I'm just making it up as I go along, and I just want to make sure that that is actually in the right folder. It did put it in hair info, so that's great. Now let's go back to our contact record to see what we've done. So let's go into this user here. We've got our hair info, and now of course we've got that information. So the biggest differences here is that, again, this is one hair color. You can't have more than one hair color, but I can have two interested in types of treatments, of course. Now, where this may come into play later is when you start to think about these objects and these properties, and you want to further customize them. So let's go to our custom objects, or our objects menu, I should say, and go to the contacts here. Now, when we're looking at the detail view, you can design this view to show that information. So here's my hair info. I'm a hairdresser. I'm going to stick that right up the top in that list. So now when I'm back looking at my contacts, the hair info is the very first thing that's shown on my screen. And of course, what I could do is then further manipulate the view, right? And let me just do that actually. So I'm going to further manipulate that view so that when I'm adding a new booking or contact, let's say I have walk-ins, right? Someone comes into my hairdressing salon. I've never heard from them before, but I do walk-ins, and this is probably maybe more about a barber. But when I'm doing add contact, I want to make sure that, well, hair color is super relevant here. So it has to be part of what we're adding in, and so does the treatments that they're interested in. And so that is required when someone is adding a new contact, of course. So once we've got these fields here, we go back to our contacts. And if I was adding someone, say, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the store. What's your name? Let me get your details in the system. We start typing their name in. And of course, now I've got what's your hair color and what treatments you're interested in right there as mandatory before I can save their details in the system. So in the next video, we might talk about opportunity custom fields in details. But if you like this one, give me a thumbs up and give me a subscribe. Hope you like it. See you in the next video. Thanks for your time.